Do 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 do. Hi everybody, Master X1907, aka American Hippie 47 on Twitch.tv. We are doing our daily showing of Stanley Parable. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specific specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you. You don't know me. Hmm. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyways. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave you. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Well, that's weird. Do 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 do.
This is the story of a man named
Name's
Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he...
We'll just skip that. I don't know if I've done this ending.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Alright, that's the end of that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, so we're going to turn on or turn off all the computers. That doesn't have a button. Okay, that... Does this one turn on? No. Oh, 416. There's no new content door currently. Huh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Computer off.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, but at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I didn't mean to do that one. It was meaning to get past the ledge. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's off. Oh. Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. You see that bar?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
This was faster.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Please tell me it's over.
Stanley began screaming.
Oh, God.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Thank goodness. Okay, so we're not going to go back downstairs.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Okay.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Into town.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. and then she turned and ran. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Damn!
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We picked the wrong ending to get that input stuff started again.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Although
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go in the elevator. Let's see how long the elevator is running. You'd think this would give us an ending. Sometime. That's what I'm thinking at least. There are 19 endings to find. And the Ultimate Edition is 24 edition. Wow. Okay, so we've done the broom closet ending. We've done the countdown ending. Sorry, I didn't know I was in on the camera. Freedom ending. Okay. Heaven ending. Activate computer 419 in the office before the 2 doors. Restart. Oh! Okay. So that was the ending we were going to do. That I was trying to do. Okay, so we just need to restart the game. Unless there's something else. Okay, we've already done. We should just print out this website so I can. Let's do black and white so I can save some paper. How many pages was this stuff got? I think it's bad when every time I want to do something like this, I print out stuff. Am I old-fashioned? Is that what happens to people when we get older? Wow, that was a lot of color. Oh my god. Like my paper is literally like wet still. It's disgusting. That's how much ink. That's how much ink. You can see it through the paper. Oh my god. Ugh. I shouldn't have done this. I should not have done this. Oh well. How many pages was this? Oh my god. That's, oh my god, that's Hopefully that's the end of it. It was 10 pages? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not even halfway done with this. Okay, I already know we did the power plant. And the warehouse walk off the elevator to the floor below. Okay, we already did that. Okay, coward ending we already did. I guess this is not an ending at all. Wait, page 13 of 10? Oh. I had 6 people view my last stream? Wow, I should do it again. Did not know that. Okay, maybe that's the end of it. That was a lot of paper. Guys. That's apparently how many endings there is. Okay, we've already done the broom closet ending. Left door ending and the Stanley Parabella. The ending below her. done the countdown ending. Freedom ending. Okay, so we gotta do... We've gave it enough time, so let's, It's still going. That's just a blank page. That's just a blank page. Okay, so we restart the game. Actually, we could just go through the ending, I guess. Although... Okay, so we did 419, 423, and the boss's office. So now we're doing 434, Jason from Stanley's office. So I guess we just restart the game. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, God. Guys, never eat a whole avocado on your sandwich from Publix ever. It's very weird. Okay, so we go to 434 now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
434.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
No,
memo.
that's 435.
No matter how hard
Where's
Stanley
434?
looked, he couldn't find a
There it
trace
is.
of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Did I mess
Nor
up?
did it
Oh no,
advance the story
it's
in
now
any
one
way.
left. So that's Stanley's office, Stanley's computer. Okay, cool. Okay, Stanley's office. Input received. Oh, we got a new entry. We got a new ending. Oh, that's cool. Okay. What is this ending supposed to be? It just says button. Am I supposed to push every single button? Oh no! Wait! It turns back on! So it's not going to stay unlit. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. This isn't heaven. What am I supposed to do? Hello, narrator. Narrator. Oh, baton, 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 baton. Push, 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 push. They're turning back on. What am I supposed to do? Hello? It says when you're ready in the notes here. In the notes here, it says when you're ready to leave, reset the story. My God. I guess I have to restart. Go figure. Baton! 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 Okay, so we escape pod entrance. Oh God. No, I don't want to press that button again.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we gotta go to the office.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
And then hurry
Feeling
back
a wave
in.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping in...
Yes! Wait, what? Reach the boss's office just as you enter the room. Exit back into the hallway. If you've done this at the right time, the door for the office will close and you'll be left in the hallway. Step out of the boss office quickly to make the doors close. Next, backtrack to the first room and you'll discover the door next to Stanley's office is now open. Okay. Should be. Wait, oh, this is, okay, that's that room. I was about to say, I'm like, wait, is that a room I've never seen before? Okay, we're going back to Stanley's, 427 Stanley's office. And then this is the new door. Okay. Museum ending. Okay, we've already done that. Oh, we're back. You are now leaving. Escape pod floor 760. Oh, there's no down. $7.55. Shoot me. 756. 757. 758 is coming up. Yep, now 759. Then 760 is the next one up. Escape pod launch bay. Ooh. Okay. What? Oh. Okay, we're in a hallway. And I guess that's the escape pod. Sweet! I guess we're back. Okay, right door scenarios. Apartment ending. Um. Okay, I don't remember. I don't remember these other endings, so let's just go.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes,
We're
this
there.
room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Elevator.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking, this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need...
Okay, go through the door and pick up the phone. Okay. So we're officially at the apartment ending, which I think I already did.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your damn work.
Okay. Should be. That was loud. Okay, right door ending completed.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay,
Stanley
so we
was so
need to take
bad
the
at following
elevator
directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
and then do
years
the
ago.
catwalk.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
So
realize
once we
that
hit the
investing your
catwalk-
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is
Get
that the
close to the
story has
catwalk,
been
please.
about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really?
Thank you.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, go through the blue door 3 times. Wait, what door is this?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Cool. Okay, I got 2 of 6. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Until you reach the baby game?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world
To
will
obtain
really
this
take
ending,
notice.
you need to
But of
play
course,
the baby
the
game
message of the
for
game
4
only
hours?
becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm not playing this for 4 hours. I got work soon. We're going to have to do this over again tomorrow. Ah, no. How do people actually play this for 4 hours? Okay, we're gonna let it fail. I'm done with this. I can't watch.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Let me guess, we're going to go backwards. To the Stanley Parabella. Oh.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
This is
What's our
interesting.
backstory? What is our motivation?
Thank God
Well,
I
it seems
stopped playing
obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some
Creep
sort
tower.
of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
Do you?
And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there. Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Hey,
It
is this Fallout?
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here.
Oh,
now,
it's
this
Rocket League!
is game design.
It's Rocket
Stanley, if you
League!
manage to get lost in this game, I will be
That's
phenomenally
awesome!
impressed.
Oh my God, how did they... Wait.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh,
It's
what
sports
fun.
ball.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, ball. Oh my God, sweet. Can I walk? I'll walk into the goal. Oh
Hold
no.
on. What are you doing?
Oh no. Oh no, I could have played with the sports ball.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Um. Where am I supposed to go? Oh. Okay. Okay. guessing this is an ending. But the problem is, what ending? Oh, I'm back to 427. I'm back to my, This is interesting. Well, the door didn't close on me, so... And I'm pressing everything around me.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay, so game's ending is what we just did. Okay, so that's not done. Take the elevator next to warehouse. Okay, so we need to go right again. Oh, phone.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay. Oh, narrator's not talking.
When Stanley came to a set
never
of
mind.
2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
Yes, we know
Stanley
that.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to
Take the
business,
elevator
Stanley
into
took the
warehouse.
first open door on his left.
Until you reach the phone again. Okay. We gotta go back to the phone room. Gotta go back to the phone room.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Going
Look, Stanley,
back to
I
the
think
phone
perhaps
room.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Okay.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To
now we
let
have to
her
unplug
back
the
into
phone.
your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
We did.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
It
For
is.
example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Back second crap. Practice. No thanks, I don't want to practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
No, not really.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, Welcome back. You may have
you.
noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
It has,
but
hasn't
not to
it?
worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Wow. It really has deteriorated. Oh, God.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
That's
Imagine
true.
the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Do not jump from cargo lift while in motion. May cause death. Okay, now where we're going.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I'll finish this entry.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, the office is new! Wow.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I don't... Where are you supposed to do it?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Okay. How do you turn it on? How do you turn on said speaker?
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Shark 115?
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide
Night
you
Shark
had better things to do.
155?
I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect.
How do you speak
the
it?
kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself,
Penis.
you coward. You behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Oh.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Wait, what?
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
When
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're in the door on the left. We're in the meeting hall.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Are we in an infinite loop where it's going to just shut us off again?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
We're in an infinite loop.
behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay, we're going
That
to the
means
right.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
This is cool. Okay, let's go backwards real quick. Well, that didn't do anything. Whoa!
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
That's
left
cool.
here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Whoa! Whoa!
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
Okay.
With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
Oh, this is cool.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Ah.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Oh.
Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
Does it really?
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Shoot me again. Jesus. Okay. Sorry, Leroy. All right. Well, that's been a few endings as of lately.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Huh, that's a new entrance. New song. New what you call it. It's a bucket! It's a bucket! God, I wish... Oh my god, that's a lot of things for the bucket. Oh my god. Yeah, we really don't have time for all that right now. I got work at 4 o'clock. Do I work next Tuesday? I don't work next Tuesday. And there's an achievement, I think, of playing the whole game all Tuesday, so we could definitely do that. Huh. Do I continue or don't, I can't really. I wish I could. It'd be nice, but this is going to be the end for right now, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if the bucket will be here next time or not. This has been Master X1907, aka American Hippie 47 on Twitch. Signing off. Have a great day. Be safe.